Just because you like animals and motocross doesn't mean your children will. Don't force them to be who they're not. I'm not. I think everybody that's commenting this stuff is missing the entire point of the entire thing. I'm using that as an example. If my children want to be
talking about kids and just not at this point in her life wanting kids in the previous video. You do not have to have children to be fulfilled in your life. Not everyone does. Some people enjoy having kids. I love having my kids. I have 4. We'd have more if we could, but we haven't. Unfortunately, God hasn't given that to us. But I think what people keep failing to understand is that if you have children and you feel fulfilled, that does not mean that somebody else has to be fulfilled with having children. Leave people alone. Also, she also talks in that video about the things that she likes to spend money on. And right now, she's in her phase where her and her husband want to be selfish and they want to spend money on themselves. When they were kids, they used to spend money on motorcycles and all sorts of adventures and things that are expensive. Kids are expensive, very expensive. She is doing probably the most responsible thing ever, being completely conscious of not only the expense of having a kid, the investment in time, the investment in emotional time to someone else, to another human. And she's saying, me and my husband, we don't want that right now. And you guys need to understand, that is fine. I'll take that over someone that's just banging people left and right and having kids all over the place with complete disregard of what the cost is, not only on that child, but on society and on whoever has to take care of now said child. And I'll give a quick story on how expensive children are and how it might feel like you wasted all that time and money on nothing. Both my 21-year-old and 18-year-old daughter, early on, my son did Little League. He did baseball. I can't even tell you how many tens of thousands, if not with travel ball, with coaching, you name it. I've spent money on it just to make sure I try to give my kid the best possible outcome if that truly was his sport he wanted. Same thing with my daughter, my 18-year-old. When she was a child, she wanted to do gymnastics. So we put her in gymnastics. She did gymnastics when she was like from, I don't know, 5 or something, 6, all the way up until she was about 13. She got up to level 8, I think it was, or 7, and she just didn't want to anymore. She broke her arm. She felt scared. And the last thing you want is your kid to feel scared on what is already a very dangerous sport. She could have hurt herself really badly, so she stopped. And then she tried out volleyball for a little bit, but I spent so much money on gymnastics. For some people, they don't want to take on that additional cost. They rather just spend it on themselves or spend it on other things or just not have kids, and that's okay. Again, I'd much rather somebody that is completely conscious of what they're spending their money on and really say, hey, or spending their time on and saying, I don't want to do that, and bring a person into this world that I'm just not ready for, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. I'll respect the shit out of that over someone that doesn't even give that a second thought. It's good on you, Chelsea.